Hello everybody, Zeff here with ZeffsTrading, April 16th, 2024. FOMC day, news was crazy, price action was crazy. Some pretty okay setups I would say for the day, not the best, but you know how it is. Let me make this a little darker so we can see the break. Okay, sell-off continues. I think we're down about 5% from the highs here, almost reaching our outer band. Haven't had that in a while. Quite some time. Coming down to 5100, 5050. Did we get 5050 today? No, 5078. Let's see if this thing continues to sell off. I think correction is needed, but we still have this break, so maybe we'll get a signal, and maybe we'll eventually get a new high. Who knows? Maybe this thing keeps selling off. Nonetheless, just kind of watching it day by day. Don't have any real long-term targets for anything. There's quite a few fair value gaps in here if you want to see where probability-wise it might go. Nonetheless, that's kind of what it looks like for the daily chart. Just not too much. We broke out, down. It's just who knows where it'll go. Anyways, nonetheless, let's jump over to the 2000 tick chart. This is what the 2000 tick chart looks like for today. Pretty big major trading range, very big swings up and down. Again, there's quite a few trades in here that I think are pretty valid. And so let's jump right into it. Pre-market, nothing too crazy. If you're trading it, the only thing I saw here was this double top. Now you're looking for some type of trend reversal, so then you get a first entry, pulls back, second entry, and it fails. This takes a second, but it does lead to a pretty decent trade. It just gets a little congested even here. You have 3 overlapping bars, so maybe drop a limit order a few ticks back. Just make sure your stop is where it needs to be. That's an aggressive trade. Nonetheless, we start trending down. We get a nice move down, break. We get a first entry. Unfortunately, never get a second entry short, just a first entry. Get some congestion. Tries to go higher once, tries to go higher twice, and it fails. And you're just kind of watching the counts here. Comes down, you get a first entry, pulls back. You do get a second entry long, just, there's no setup here that you can take. But nonetheless, you get a nice move up. Break, you get a first entry, pulls back, second entry. Too congested. So what do you wait for? Wait for that higher low right there. And we get it right there at the 21 EMA, holding nicely above. Sorry about that, if you heard that. Holding nicely above the 21 EMA with the previous day's low. Nice higher low, good signal bar. Leads to a nice runner. Moving along here, we get our 2 legs to a new high. Break, get a first entry long, pulls back. You get a second entry long and it fails. It's just too congested. You can't take that. 2 legs to a new low, resets the trend. And then overall here, there might be a bigger channel if you see it, but I can kind of just eye this. So then you get a nice move up. You get a first entry, second entry long. It's just such little room to scalp out here. This is a very aggressive trade. It's congested. I could see why you'd want to take that with 2 outside bullish bars closing near their highs. So maybe you take that trade. Anyways, makes a move down here after we get our, is this a measured move? To the tick. After we get our nice 2 measured moves up. Makes an outside bar closing on its 1/3 there, too much stem. Comes down. You just get a first entry, nothing here. Just kind of sells all the way off. Then you get a first entry, pulls back, second entry short. You got to be fast with this. You are looking for a break and new low. Drop a limit order, though. Make sure you drop a limit order a couple ticks back. Just to reduce your risk here, this is again, very congested. Again, FOMCs today. A lot of congested range. So you got to be careful. You got to know what you're doing. Anyways, you get a break, new low. And then here comes the major trend reversal. Move up, first entry, pulls back, second entry long. Also, first entry, second entry short, failure. So you got to be very careful here. You got to make sure you're counting your trend, break, new low. You're looking for a new high here. You're not looking at short. You'll have an uptrend, break, new high. Then you get a first entry, pulls back, second entry short. I tried taking this. Happened so fast. Tried to do a limit order. Didn't work. Nonetheless, it's okay. Gonna move down, and then I found this upward channel here, and then you get a first entry, second entry short. I also saw this 1, 2, 3 triple test. Maybe this arrow's red. Maybe this is a red one. First entry, second entry short. The only problem is it's just congested again. I just don't like how it's super congested. I like this trade a lot better. First entry, second entry short. Back to the EMA. See why I could take this. You know, it's just you're hovering on the 21 EMA. You don't know price is going to go down to where you need it to go to. So maybe take that. Who knows? And as you get a break, it tries to make a new low. That's when you know it's reversed. And you have a 1, 2, 3 triple test. And you have a first entry, second entry long. I missed this trade. Walked away from the computer. But beautiful triple test there. Second entry long. Great context. Looking for our move up. Gets a run up. Break. New high. And then it just kind of chugs along here. And there's a couple news events all throughout the day. I don't have them marked up. I just was watching on my second monitor. But yeah, you just get a couple legs up. News event happened. You get a bunch of congestion. There's really just nowhere to get in here, honestly. News happened. You get a break. You get a first entry. Pulls back. I saw this one. This second entry long is very big, so your stop would have to be here. So you got to drop a limit order. Definitely. But maybe you take that trade. I think it's pretty aggressive too, with an inside bar. It's double bottom. Maybe wait for a higher low. You never get it. So, are we at support here? You are. Yeah, you are at the support here. So, yeah, maybe take that trade. Then you're gonna move up, break a couple legs to a new high, and just go sideways. Just go sideways here. And you don't get much. Then you get price action to get clear again. Then it again just starts getting all noisy, as you can see. Nice 2 legs to a new low. A, B, C. And then just the wicks. Look how many wicks there are here. You got to stay out of that stuff. Again, just a bunch of news events today, so you got to be very careful with it. You come down, you get a first entry, second entry long, and it fails. Get a higher low, not a good enough signal bar. Makes a move up, break, a couple legs to a new high. Get a first entry, second entry long. I actually like this one. This is a pretty decent bar. It's closing us 1/3. You drop a limit order. Let's just measure here. Yeah, you definitely gotta draw a limit order for a 2-point scalp. You don't even get it, but yeah, I still think that's an overall trade. I think you just make sure you trail your stop 1 tick underneath the entry bar right when it closes to reduce your risk. And that usually happens, and usually 1 to 2 bars you get the scalp, and if you don't, well, you might be in trouble. Let's see here. Yeah, it's about 2 points. Okay, so then we get a break, new high, you get a first entry, pulls back, second entry long, and it fails. Again, you can see how big these bars are. I don't like this. I don't like this price action, so I just stay out of it. Again, just kind of comes back down to the support and resistance throughout the whole day here. Very noisy, very, very noisy. Then it breaks, and pretty sure FOMC's talked at 1:30, 2 o'clock. Huge rally up. You get a first entry, second entry, resets the count. First entry, second entry, failure. Beautiful trap, and then it just sells right off. You can see how trap people got here. I could see why you want to take that second entry too, but nonetheless, makes a move down, break, new low, where right back at the support. As you can see, comes up, you get a first entry, second entry, failure. You know, this is an aggressive trade. You have room back to the EMA. I think you really gotta know what you're doing here with this one. So maybe if you took this again, it's a little congested across the board, but maybe take that trade. Not gonna mark it or anything. Just, you know, if you got this far watching the video, then maybe you're learning something here and there. Then we can move up, down, first entry, second entry short, fails again, goes higher. Then you kind of realize that it's probably some kind of upper trend channel here. And then you get a you get quite congested here, but if you're reading the bars properly, you obviously have your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have multiple data points across the board here. You see this is a trading range. So now you need to make sure your count's proper. So then you have a new low, first entry, second entry, failure. Right at the 21 EMA, pretty decent signal bar, drop a limit order. 2 ticks back, 3 ticks back if you can. And this thing just takes off. That leads to a great runner right there. And that's what you're looking for. Price bounced once, price bounced twice. You get a pattern. Traps all the short traders there. Nice move higher. Get a break. Couple legs to a new low. And then you get a 1, 2, 3 triple test across the board. I know this is 30 minutes before the market closes, but price gets really good at the end of the day. Don't crucify me. Okay. Nonetheless, I missed this one. I tried to drop a limit order. This thing just rips all the way down. Probably should have done a stop order on that one, but that's okay. Missed that trade. And I see first entry, pull back, support, second entry long. Guess what I do? Drop a limit order. Takes right off. I'm like, oh man. It's all good. No big deal. Patient with it, seeing if there's any other setups here. I still see this downtrend. I was wondering if it's like this, right? I think it was. I think you can draw this a few ways as well, especially with this one, break new low. So I think there's a few ways to draw it. You know, those trend channels are a little subjective depending on the data that you get. Nonetheless, I see move up, first entry, pulls back, second entry short. Go ahead and check out the recent video I posted. Took that trade. Messed up with the automated system, but that's okay. Comes down, double bottom. 1, 2, resets the count, first entry, second entry, lower high. You have 5 minutes left. Yeah, these are all aggressive trades. You know, these are all before market close. So if you lose, you can't really make it back throughout the day or anything. But, you know, price action gets good when it gets good. And it's usually the last 30 minutes of the day it's been. And with FOMC and it being so noisy, got to trade it when you got to trade it. Nonetheless, that's how I saw the market for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time.